time, the season gets shorter, and that sucks. You can barely tell that's a slope, right? It's a mild incline, but this is where I began to ski when I was a kid, 57, 58 years ago. It was the beginning. Bamboo poles, leather boots, cable bindings, wood skis. Old people know what I'm talking about. My dad probably at a ski meet, wearing a huge Eddie Bauer down parka. Anyway, probably doing some math before computers did all the number crunching for ski results. Oh, that's a strange kid. Hey, Wei Wei. Hey there. Wei Wei's got one bad eye and I think 2 bad ears. But wait, there's more. You had to put the leather boots in what they called a boot tree in those days. Not so that you wouldn't lose your left or your right boot to keep them together, but to keep the bases flat so they wouldn't warp. We can talk about plastic fatigue too. I did mention that it's really dumb when people sometimes use certain pieces of antiquated gear that could cause injury. Boots, bindings in particular. The job of the bindings is to keep your boot connected to the ski. The plastic components on them can fail periodically. I know this from experience. If you have a binding failure of a plastic component in a binding, it could be catastrophic. I have one pair of skis that has some old bindings on it. Again, this is an example of don't do what I'm doing. I'm rarely an advocate of new gear. Bindings, get them checked and then replaced. I might get myself some new skis this year. New used skis. I have some fine skis with some very old bindings on them. And I'm going to do something about that. How can it be mid-December and so many places are not open yet? Well, gee whiz, I wonder why. Maybe global warming has something to do with it. Maybe. Global warming is real. So driving through the Notch right now, Crawford Notch, way up there in New Hampshire. I first was on this road in 1982 on a motorcycle on my way to Mount Washington to ski. And it was quite a ride coming up here. I did it in 2 days from Alfred on a 250cc two-stroke road bike. That's right, 250cc triple two-stroke. You motorcycle nuts know exactly what I'm talking about. You may not have known it was a 250. Anyway, with my 205 centimeter skis strapped on, longitudinally, of course. How else would you do it? Laterally? Vertically? No, I think not. So, and all my winter camping gear at the time. My backpack like a huge tank bag. And I rode up here to the north, to the biggest mountain around to do some skiing. And it was a hell of a good adventure. On my way back, I moseyed down to Boston town to visit a friend. And then I ended up staying for 20 years. 20 years, but it was just because, I went to Tuckerman first. And then, after a while, I became a true masshole. I think I did. So speaking of mass holes, we know, what the bod said. It can be applied to mass holes. Some people are born mass holes.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Damn you. Some people are born mass holes. Some achieve it. Others have it thrust upon them. I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, what the bod said, not with my twist on it. Wow, that is such an awesome collection of baskets. Well, when I was a kid, that's what they looked like. Cannon. It's in Franconia Notch. It's the old place in New Hampshire. It's an old school, kind of traditional kind of place. Trails cut by the Civilian Conservation Corps back in the old days, in the 30s. Jay's knowledge of Cannon and its history is considerable. Cannon is a kick-ass mountain in the Granite State, and I think few people know the mountain or its history better than Jay. As you can see, Jay is a damn good skier. I thought he had a racing background. I was wrong. He had to correct me a couple times. Cannon is a great mountain, and it is the only mountain in the Granite State that has a tram. It had a tram way back when, and it's on its second iteration now, but will require a third one of these days or years. Jay knows all about it. I say that's the best intermediate skiers in the world, because if you can negotiate Cannon, you're doing okay. You might not be a great skier, but you know how to get down a tough mountain that's icy. So that's Cannon. It's pretty cool. It was a joy to ski with him there. I look forward to doing it again sometime.